Yeah. So you read the title. You already know what time it is. It's an update on DaBaby's debacle, as I so cleverly named it. People speaking out, Twitter comments and videos. Boosty chimed in. I don't know why, but he did. Music videos. Like, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna play this intro music, and then we go get into it. Yeah, so updates. It's, the situation, man, it's getting worse. Normally, well, I ain't gonna say normally because it's only been like 2 or 3 days. In 2 or 3 days, normally stuff like this blow over, especially when it's straight black men making these kind of comments. For whatever reason, they go through their little period of, oh, you're canceled and fuck you for this X, Y, and Z, and then they get back on to wherever they was going as far as their musical trajectory, and it's not an issue no more. But we still in the thick of it, right? So I got updates because things have been happening. I'm gonna start with DaBaby jumping on Twitter. This is after Dua Lipa said what she said. This is after T.I. caping for him, all that bullshit. He put out a tweet. He was like, hey, all I said, I made a call to action to my fans. Y'all done turned it into a million man march. Y'all keep that same energy when police is out here killing black people. You're not. And I'm confused by it because ever since Trayvon Martin, we've been on they ass like crazy. Hashtag this person, hashtag that person. 2019, 2020 was the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement. We was literally in the pandemic with face masks on, representing for all of these people who have been unjustly murdered by police. When George Floyd died, riots ensued. The country was literally on fire. That's not even, what you going through is not even, nigga, a 100th of the energy that was given to police brutality. It still is. It was still posting videos and making people aware and hashtagging police brutality. So don't deflect. That's what I feel like it was. A deflection. I think that's what it is. A deflection tactic. That's just me. I don't fuck with that. Cause what? You don't even speak on Black Lives Matter issues or police brutality. Like, you did the remix to Rockstar, the BLM remix, where you just added a verse at the beginning talking about Black Lives Matter, and then the rest of the song was still guns, money, black on black crime, all that shit. So you confused about the topic? Clearly, after making a comment like this, because ain't nobody giving you the energy that police brutality get. You just in the thick of it right now because you said some fucked up shit and people holding you accountable. That's your business. Don't deflect and bring us into it. Now, he did apologize for his insensitive remarks towards age I can't speak, AIDS and HIV. I fuck with that. I feel like if people mess up, they should be given the opportunity and the grace to apologize. A tweet could have been done better. You know what I'm saying? Could have been more than a tweet. You went on a whole Instagram live to try to clear up the quote unquote call to actions you made, and it made things worse. But you just tweeting an apology. I'll take it because I feel like that's fair. But, and I say but because at the end of that tweet, he said, but the LGBTQ, I'm good on y'all. That ain't my business. Y'all business is y'all business. Like, and to me, that was a fuck you to them because why put the butt in there? And it was no apologizing to the LGBTQ. So you're part of the community, bro. Like, DaBaby has made it clear he don't fuck with you. So, I mean, it is what it is. DaBaby gonna DaBaby. He gonna do him. And it's fucked up, but it is what it is. He also had words from brands and networks and artists who profit off of black culture but don't understand how we are. And I want to pause right there because this ain't we. It's not a we situation. Again, see, deflecting. It's not a we. Like, I'm not homophobic. I'm not LGBTQ plus nothing phobic. They live their life. I live my life. I got friends and family members who identify as LGBTQ, and anybody else who don't or does, I respect you just off of the strength of being a human being and understanding how life works, and that we all got our own brains and free will. We could do whatever the fuck we want as long as we ain't hurting nobody. And y'all, and LGBTQ being LGBTQ, don't hurt me. I don't care. It don't affect my dating life and preferences and sexual activity, not one bit. And even if it did, so what? There's plenty of fish in the sea, as that stupid saying goes. Like, I don't care. That shit don't bother me. But stop saying we. This about you, the baby. No deflecting. Handle your shit from a you standpoint. And no we. But I feel like that might have been in response to Dua Lipa, because somebody, after the Shade Room reposted what Dua Lipa said, somebody got in the comments and was like, Dua Lipa's a culture vulture. Somebody with a check mark, a blue check mark, said Dua Lipa is a culture vulture, and they don't understand why she bringing up that song and all the other stuff because it ain't got nothing to do with her. He got in the comments and co-signed that. He left an emoji, which is crazy. An emoji is a cosign, but he left an emoji. It's a little envelope, basically saying message. That's how I took it, as a cosign, because it's business, right? That's what the initial comment said. Like, oh, this business. I don't even know why you bringing the song up. Like, y'all not friends. That's the same shit he kicked to Megan Thee Stallion. Well, she got on Twitter. She got at him or they had an exchange because she didn't feel comfortable or like that he was working with Tory after he told her, DaBaby told Megan, I'm not going to work with this nigga. That's goofy for me to even be over there. And he still turned around to work with the man. So she took issue and he hit her with the same thing. It's business. So I get why Dua Lipa did what she did, because it's business. I get why, next point, Boohoo Man, fashion brand, is doing what they doing, because it's business. If you haven't heard, Boohoo Fashion Man brand or whatever, Boohoo Fashion Man, that's the name of the brand. They have a clothing line with DaBaby. I had no knowledge of it. I don't follow DaBaby on Instagram, where he probably would have posted the promo pictures. And I don't follow this Boohoo brand or whatever, but the tweet came across my Twitter, so that's how I know. They cut ties with him. And like I said, bag lost. I said that in the last one. He's going to start losing bags behind this shit because of the way he handling it. Boohoo Man said, fuck that. We ain't doing it with you no more. He responded to them personally saying no weapon formed against him shall prosper, and my soul ain't for sale, so my soul ain't for sale. And I know he got a bag from them already, because that clothing line is out. It's been out. It's pictures of him promoting the clothes and everything. Like, so this soul ain't for sale. Maybe they said, we'll give you this amount of money or renew your contract for this price if you clean that up. And he was like, no. And that's what that my soul ain't for sale shit came from. But they already paid you, bruh. So even if you feel like this is one of these brands and networks that profit off of black culture but don't understand how you are, because don't say we. They paid you already. For you to even sign a paperwork, you got to check. So, I don't know. But another update, Demi Lovato, she jumped in the fray. Somebody by the name of Matt Bernstein, clearly he's LGBTQ. After I looked on his Instagram, he posted something that said, it was a picture that said, AIDS is not a gay disease. And in the caption, he put, hot people listen to the original version of Levitate. Demi Lovato reposted that and then threw on some extra clips in her post slide, or her slide post or whatever, of DaBaby's comments, T.I.'s comments, her support for Dua Lipa, She called for education in the schools about HIV and AIDS and queer history or whatever. Like, it needs to be more visible so people can grow up understanding why comments like what DaBaby and T.I. made are stupid and they shouldn't keep thinking about shit like that. And she would just support her friend, and I don't got no issue with it. But this should be some this post in particular should raise DaBaby's eyebrows just a tad bit, because Demi Lovato is a very, very loved artist. She's a bigger artist than he is. Way more followers on Instagram, and at the time of recording that post, it's like 1.4 million, 1.5, maybe it's more by the time y'all get to it, but people agree. And like I said on the original DaBaby's DaBacle episode, I wouldn't be surprised some label heads, some people on Dua Lipa's team start pulling some strings to nullify DaBaby's version of Levitate with Dua Lipa and just rock with her original that's on the album, because the fans have been asking for it since before DaBaby said what he said. And two, like, they have the option. That's a remix. And like I said, currently sitting at number 3 on the Hot 100. It's been on top 10 in the Hot 100 for like the past 6 months, almost a year. Like, it's been sitting in the top 10, top 20 of the Hot 100s at number 3. This is DaBaby's biggest record. Rockstar was huge, but Levitate is at number 3. And it rose from a position last week, a lower top 10 position last week, to the number 3. This song is big, whether niggas hear it all the time or not. I heard it. I hear it all the time because I check in on the radio to see what's going on. But Better Start, I don't know. I know he don't care. So I ain't going to say Better Start Worrying because he don't care. The Levitate song and You Burning the Bridge with Dua Lipa, Demi Lovato speaking out, she's very, very much activist. So people take her word. Boohoo Man said, fuck that, we ain't doing no more clothes with the nigga. Like, you're losing bags. You got artists over there. Yeah. The DJ who was on that same bullshit with you on stage, like, this is going to start hitting the pockets. It is what it is. Boosie, on the other hand, he might have just dug himself into some more, some extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because this man got on Instagram Live, right? He said, y'all talking about DaBaby, but Lil Nas X said he's going to perform naked at the VMA for charity. He has issue with that. He says that he shouldn't be doing that to the kids, tricking them kids like that, or whatever the fuck he said. He said tricking these kids out here that's trying to be straight. And that was that. Boosie, man, a character, tricking these kids that out here trying to be straight. He had a whole bunch of homophobic slurs. Like, and when I say homophobic slurs, it's me just being respectful and not saying the words. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones that you say directly to gay people, they're going to check you about it. It's not there was no shade, no slick. He was saying the homophobic slurs. Said it a bunch of times and said that he'll beat Lil Nas X ass if he go on stage performing naked, talking about he'll drag him off and beat his ass. The Boosie is upset. Lil Boosie is upset. And I don't understand why, bro. Like, I don't understand why this nigga in particular always commenting on LGBTQ problems. Mike Tyson even had to ask this nigga and check him about it. Like, what is the thing? This, for me, pretty much confirms, like, Boosie got some closeted activity going on over there. So he gonna take every opportunity he can to shit on Nas X and anything else homosexual, because hiding something. That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing. This is just my opinion. It's not I'm not trying to say that he is, because I don't know him. I don't know him personally. It's something I can think of to justify him being this angry and upset. Now, sidestep, right? Because Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow just did a video. One, Lil Nas X tweeted about this. He said he's going to perform, him and Jack Harlow have agreed to perform Naked, the Industry Baby song, the new song that he just put out with the video, on the VMA stage for charity. That's what Lil Nas X tweeted, right? Boosie targeted Lil Nas X simply because gay. Because Jack Harlow is also going to do it. This is a straight white boy. You can mention Jack name not one time. It's in the tweet that Lil Nas X tweeted out. Me and Jack Harlow have decided together to perform our song Naked on the VMA stage. But you focused on Nas X because he gay. That's one thing. Two, I did a little research because that didn't make sense to me. Like, I was confused. I was like, what? Why would you perform naked? Why is that a thing? Obviously, I hit the mic. Obviously, the Industry Baby video, they had like a naked jail shower scene. But upon doing research, I've come to learn that this video, the Industry Baby video that Lil Nas X put out with Jack Harlow, is a video directly tied to a charitable organization that donates money to prisons for black people, for black men specifically. So this video was done to raise money for that charity. I think at time of recording, they're sitting at $26,000 raised, $26,000 that was going to go to this charity, and this charity is going to distribute it to black men who are incarcerated, who need the money. That's a very noble thing for me. And I appreciate that from Nas X. I've never been incarcerated. I know people who have been, but we know what black men go through with the legal system, especially when they get incarcerated. So I like that Lil Nas X was like, man, you know what? He told y'all before the video came out, it's not for your kids. So don't come at him about that. And then the video turned out to be a money raiser for charity. Lil Nas X is popular as fuck. Y'all might not like him, or certain people might not like him because of his personal lifestyle, but he's still a huge artist, and he's bringing awareness and raising money for something that needs that. So I fuck with it. That's beautiful to me, because there's many straight men that have been incarcerated, T.I. being one. Pretty sure Lil Boosie done hit the jail cell before. DaBaby done had a couple run-ins with the law. I don't know if he been in jail before, but I wouldn't put it past him. I ain't never heard niggas like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do something to raise money for the men that's in there, whatever. Even if you are like super pro-black man or whatever, you don't give a fuck about LGBT, none of that. You just want to support black men. Plenty of black men have been incarcerated that are famous, that have millions of dollars. T.I., Boosie, DaBaby. Haven't done anything to this magnitude. Not that I know of anyway. So I commend Nas X. So then it made sense. That's why he wants to perform. Apparently, this year's VMA is going to be held at the Barclays Center. And it's also going to double as a charity fundraising event. That's what I read. I could be wrong because people lie on the internet. But that's what I read in articles, not tweets. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. So he performing on stage to raise money and bring more attention to his cause, to the cause of raising money for black men in jail. I don't have no issue with that. Boosie does though, because Nas X is gay. He don't want gay men on stage being naked, even though the white boy Jack Harlow will be on stage naked with him as well. He didn't mention Jack at all. He targeted Nas and went hard. Angry, upset, I beat his ass. He's an F word. He's F word. This F word ass nigga, like racial slurs. Or no, homophobic slurs. That's where Lil Boosie was at with it. And I just want to challenge all y'all parents who feel like this. Ask your kids how they feel about the LGBTQ community. Talk to your kids about it. Stop bringing kids into this. T.I. did that same shit on his video where he was discussing the matter. He literally said his kids are not smart enough to comprehend what the LGBTQ is and what they go through. He said that all his kids are grown except for like 2. But he said their minds are not developed to a point where they can understand who ain't. First of all, don't put that on other people's kids, because I know some very smart kids. And then your kids are grown. Most of them. You got a toddler, a teenager, everybody else grown. Everybody we seen on Family Hustle, back when it first premiered, they grown now. Everybody. So what are you talking about? But stop bringing the kids into this. Them kids don't care. The 90s babies, my generation. Let me tell you what we did. We kicked off a wave of being accepting of people and wanting the LGBTQ to be accepted. So, me, for example, 90s baby, I have homophobic friends that are still making corny ass jokes and saying shit or whatever. Don't know why, but that's their business. I have friends who are part of the LGBTQ community. I have people like myself who are just like, man, love is love. Let people do what they want to do. I ain't tripping. Nobody in the LGBTQ community is hurting me in any way. Not in a personal, living a personal life, not commenting on my personal life, nothing. Nothing over there is hurting me. Same thing in the straight community. Whatever the fuck straight people got going on over here, none of y'all niggas are hurting my life with what y'all do. Behind closed doors, in my face, nothing. So I let people rock. That's just where I'm at. I feel like my generation did that. So for these generation of kids coming up, they don't have to worry about, well, they have to worry about it because for whatever, obviously, look, DaBaby, Lil Boosie, T.I., whatever, like homophobia is still real. These motherfuckers still kicking that shit hard, and it's still a problem. Trans people dying at an incredibly alarming rate, especially black trans women. Don't nobody want to say nothing about it, but it's still happening. But at the same time, a lot of us 90s babies have changed the narrative, in my opinion, enough to where the generations before us and our kids and all this other stuff, they could grow up, make their own decisions, their own choices, and it'd be a tiny bit less hard to be LGBTQ in this world. They have a Nas X to look up to and be like, man, he out here living his truth, whatever, and he's of that generation. I think like 90s babies laid the groundwork for that, and they taking it to a whole new level and making it more acceptable and getting people to stop tripping about this shit. That's just me. Of course, people are still tripping. They still got shit to say, but I feel like if you talk to your kids and ask them and try to understand where them and their generation are coming from as far as how they feel about LGBTQ, whether they're apart, whether they don't care, whether they do care, I feel like you'll understand they are nowhere near as homophobic and fucking dangerous as the shit that T.I. and DaBaby and Boosie and anybody else who like to push that shit is talking about. I'm pretty sure, I feel like they like, okay, they either know where they stand on the spectrum and either are accepting of everybody else or they're trying to work through it on their own or whatever, but it's not the same as when I was a kid growing up, where you did not want people associating you with being gay or a part of the LGBT community. Even girls would get picked on for liking other girls. So, talk to your kids. Stop bringing them in this shit unnecessarily. Stop speaking for them. It's probably a lot of kids that do want to see Nas X perform naked on stage. Not because, I get to watch this naked man be on stage, but because like they support the message and him as an artist. And that's semi-creative. I say semi-creative because it's not really creative to be naked in public, but he about to perform and do a whole live rendition of this song that people like. So there's an element of creativity there. I don't know. But final point, right? Because we're talking about Nas X and his video at this point. Back on DaBaby. He released a new video on the song. Somewhere within the last 12 hours of me recording this, he released a new song and video. The video look a lot like Nas X video. There's a courtroom scene. DaBaby is in an orange jumper. Prison fight scene, I believe. this just goes back to what I was saying. I feel like all this shit was for clout. I feel like it was a publicity stunt. I feel like he knew he was about to drop this video with this kind of subject matter because he mentions AIDS in there. He raps about AIDS. He killed 2 people that were standing next to an AIDS sign. I don't know. It was weird. Again. But I feel like that's why he got on stage and did what he did. Because he was like, oh, this is going to be great lead promotion. People going to be talking about me after my Rolling Loud performance. And I could drop this video on their head. They're going to check it out and run the numbers up. I mean, sound like a 50 Cent tactic to me. And he just came out like a week or 2 ago and said he was going to take DaBaby under his wings and mold his career and shit like that, help him succeed on other shit. This sounds like something 50 Cent would do. He would be a lot more smarter about it because 50 Cent, like, quiet as it's kept, he gonna get under your skin, but he gonna be real smart about it. That's why he always coming out unscathed, even though people have canceled him, that he's not like big cancel. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, it's weird. The video look a lot like Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow's new video. So, and then you rapping about AIDS. I don't know why this is on his mind though. Why? I don't know if it maybe the video is attached to a charitable organization that's trying to bring awareness to AIDS. But then why you got guns? Why you holding up an AIDS sign or whatever? Talking about if you got AIDS on your ass, then you put the AIDS sign down and you killing 2 people. I don't know. It's weird, bro. Ain't no way around it. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. It's gonna be some straight people that listen to this and want to champion this nigga and cape for him. That's y'all business. I feel like it's weird. Can't change my opinion on that unless you come with some other facts that support not being weird. But how can you do that? I don't know. This DaBaby situation is funny, bro. It's crazy. Not funny. It's just mind blowing. It's boggling. But yeah, I feel like it's a publicity stunt, especially because of this record that's out, this new video. But I don't know. I'm tired of talking about it at this point. If more updates develop, I might get back on here and do another one if it's compelling enough. I'm not gonna lie to y'all about that. But at this point, I'm focused on this Raising Kanan episode 2 review that I gotta get out, and some other little small stuff that I was thinking about talking about. But catch y'all on the next one. Get in the comments now. Let me know how y'all feel. Tell me now. Let's run it back. You know, DaBaby was deflecting on Twitter. You know, he apologized to AIDS victims and stuff, but not LGBTQ. He called out artists and networks that have been profiting off the culture. Deflective tactic. Dua Lipa. He co-signed a Culture Vulture comment about Dua Lipa. Demi Lovato came out in support of Dua Lipa and not fucking with DaBaby's comments, everything he had to say. Boohoo Man pulled the plug on their business dealings with him. Boosie went homophobic on 100 and completely just verbally abused and threatened Nas X over charity. That's what it was, over a charity decision. And then now we at the juncture where DaBaby has dropped a video that's eerily similar to Nas X and Jack Harlow's new Industry Baby video. And it kind of speaks on some of the things he was speaking on Rolling Loud. So I feel like it's a publicity stunt. Like, it furthers my opinion on that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Wherever I post this, get in the comments. We'll talk about it. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Be looking hot.